Welcome to NFL Daily. I am Harrison Graham, back with another video. Today, we got some destinations for veteran running back Devonta Freeman, who still is an NFL free agent. Here's the deal. He wants to be a starter, and he wants to be paid like one. The problem is, he's been banged up the past couple of years, had the worst year of his career this past season. He claims that he's willing to sit 2020 out. I think that would be the end of his career if he decided to do that, because aging running backs that are declining in production, you skip a season, you won't play again. So I don't think he will actually do that. I think he will end up signing somewhere, and I've got 5 teams we're going to focus on, and then 5 more secondary options that we will get into on today's show for Devonta Freeman. You look at the past 4 seasons, you see the decline, you see the injuries. 2016, he was still really, really good. 2017, slightly less production. It started to go down a bit. Missed basically all of 2018, and then last year, well under 4 yards per carry. The receiving aspect of his game has not been there either the past couple of seasons, whereas early on in his career, that was a major part of his repertoire. So we'll see if he can land somewhere and have an impact. We'll get into those teams in just a few moments. But first, guys, we need football back. Lots of craziness going on in the world. No sports. Sports is a healing tool for all of us. So if you're ready for football season, I want you to like this video. I hope we see a few hundred likes on this video. Help us out. Give us a big thumbs up. I'm ready for football season. I think you are too. If you are, go ahead and like this video. All right, number 5, I got the Buffalo Bills here. It's interesting. You lose Frank Gore in free agency, but I like a lot of what they've done in the offseason. I like Devin Singletary. Is he a 3-down back? Probably not. So I think, you bring Devonta Freeman in there, and you got a pretty good 1-2 punch there. You got the veteran in Freeman, you got the young guy in Singletary, and let's be honest, while Josh Allen improved a little bit last year and might improve a little bit more this year, having him as your quarterbacks means you have opportunities as a running back on the Buffalo Bills. He checks the ball down a lot, and they're going to run the football a lot and play defense. I think the Bills should be in the mix for Devonta Freeman. I think he should honestly look into going to Buffalo as well. Now, I do think even if he signs there, Singletary's still the starter, and Freeman's kind of your RB2 there. But TJ Yeldon didn't do much last year. They drafted Zach Moss, but he's coming off some injuries out of Utah. Maybe, you kind of use a redshirt type of year for him for Buffalo this year. Tywan Jones, Christian Wade also on the roster. But it's not like they have some dominant backs back there. Like, Devonta Freeman could get into that backfield and get some carries for the Buffalo Bills. So I'll be interested to see if they are a possible fit for Devonta Freeman. Fill in the blank. Tom Brady and the boys are gone. So the Bills will win blank games this year. I think they're going to win the AFC East, but let me know how many games you think Buffalo wins this year. I know Bills Mafia is, we got a lot of Bills fans here on Chat Sports, so let us know how many games you guys are going to win this season. All right, before we get to my number 4 team, some other teams that didn't crack my top 5. I think Miami could make some sense. They brought in Jordan Howard, don't have a lot behind him. I think that could be an opportunity. Jacksonville obviously has Leonard Fournette, but I think he could get some carries there as well. San Francisco has a lot of backs, but you got the Kyle Shanahan connection. And at his best in Atlanta, Devonta Freeman was playing under Kyle Shanahan's offense, so I think that could be an option. Carolina, New England, obviously Christian McCaffrey's, their workhorse in Carolina, but somebody else has to check in when he comes out. They don't have a lot behind him, but then the Patriots, outside of Sony Michel, don't have a lot of backs who can run the football. All right, number 4, the Chicago Bears. I think this is an intriguing one because David Montgomery is clearly the starter in my opinion. I don't think that's going to change, but this is a team that's going to run the football a lot and rely on its defense. And I think carries are available for a second back because Tariq Cohen's also in the mix. He's primarily a pass catcher at this point. They're not going to give him 7, 8, 10 carries a game, maybe 2, 3, 4 carries per game, but primarily they'll be throwing the ball to him. I think 7 to 10 carries per game are available in this backfield. They picked up a couple of UDFAs after the NFL draft, but there's chances here. Look at this depth chart. Sure, you got David Montgomery, who's nice, and Cohen, who's basically like a slot receiver. Ryan Nall's more of a fullback. Artavis Pierce, Napoleon Maxwell, they're UDFAs. I like Pierce. I think he's an intriguing player out of Oregon State, but I think Devonta Freeman's still better at this point. I think he can come in here and give you 6 to 10 carries per game and have a chance to, be part of a winning team as well. Now, he's not going to unseat Montgomery, like I said, but I think it's intriguing. I think the Bears have some interest in a veteran running back. We'll see if something could happen there. All right, guys, I hope you all are staying safe out there in a lot of different ways. Obviously, it's been a challenging week here in the United States. But look, if we want to go to football games this fall, you're probably going to have to wear a mask. So why don't you order one of these 3-packs at chatsports.com/staysafe. We're a little back ordered right now, but we've got a lot of different designs for all 32 NFL teams. Just $24.99 for this 3-pack. You'll get it well before the start of football season. Yeah, we're back ordered, but if you order now, you get in line. You'll get it in plenty of time. I'll put that link in the comments and in the description. It's chatsports.com/staysafe. Chatsports.com/staysafe. Continue to stay safe out there and order one of these 3-packs. All right, top 3 here. Chargers. This makes sense, right? They lost Melvin Gordon. Yeah, they have Austin Eckler, but he's still more of a pass catcher at this point. They need an in-between-the-tackles runner. Justin Jackson's intriguing to me. We saw a glimmer of him a couple of years ago when they were banged up in their backfield, but I think the Chargers need a pure runner at the running back position. Eckler's not a guy you're going to give 200 carries to. I just don't believe that. He's an excellent receiving back, and sure, his running workload will go up, but they don't have a guy that that can help take some of those carries off. Maybe Jackson's ready for that. I'm not convinced he is. Josh Kelly's an intriguing prospect that they drafted, but I don't know if he's ready for that role. I think Devonta Freeman can come in and be a poor man's Melvin Gordon, a guy that can give you 10 to 12 carries a game, maybe rush for 500 or 600 yards, and be a decent pass catcher as well. So I think that's an option. I think the Chargers are going to rely on their running backs, considering they have Tyrod Taylor and Justin Herbert as their quarterback options. They're not going to put too much pressure on either of those guys. So I think in the end, bringing in another running back makes a lot of sense. Who do you guys think the better running back is, Devonta Freeman or Austin Eckler? I think Eckler's more valuable because he's a better pass catcher, but I think Freeman's probably a better runner, so I think you can go either way here. I would still go Eckler. I would type my E, but type F if you think it's Devonta Freeman. And also, hit that big red subscribe button. It's right below the video on your right-hand side. We're trying to get to 200,000 subs as fast as possible. We don't just do destination videos like this. We have the latest rumors, NFL news. We do Q&As all the time as well. All kinds of different videos. We pride ourselves on interaction with you guys. So go ahead and subscribe. Share that link below with a friend. It's youtube.com/chatsportstv. We're putting up several videos per day, so help us out so we can continue to help you out and put out more videos. All right, number 2, the Philadelphia Eagles. Obviously, they lost Jordan Howard in free agency. They've been connected to Freeman, LaShawn McCoy, and some other backs. Obviously, Darren Sproles has gone too. His career is likely over. Eagles are clearly in the market for either Devonta Freeman, Shady McCoy, for somebody. They're going to bring in someone. I fully do believe that. Now, is Freeman the answer there? Maybe. I've got another team in mind as my top team that we'll get to in a minute, but I think if it doesn't work out with LaShawn McCoy, because obviously that makes sense, they're familiar with one another, that's the natural reunion there. I think Devonta Freeman could be a back that Philadelphia circles back to and potentially signs this offseason. Now, Miles Sanders is really good. He's one of the best young backs in the NFL. He's not a Saquon Barkley, but he's good. He's a fringe top 10, top 12 running back in the NFL. He's your RB1. But Boston Scott, Corey Clement, I think Freeman's clearly better than those two guys. I think those are two good RB3 options, but you bring in Freeman, he's your second back. He takes some pressure off Sanders, who's just a second-year player, get some carries, get some catches as well. I think it makes sense for both sides. We'll see if it happens in the end. What do you guys think, especially Eagles fans? Should the Eagles sign Devonta Freeman? Type Y for yes, type N for no. Go ahead and let me know down in the comments section. That brings me to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, number 1 team. They've reportedly they have some interest. I thought they would go after Melvin Gordon. Didn't do that. I thought they'd be in the mix for some other backs. I thought they would draft a running back earlier than they did. They really didn't. Ronald Jones hasn't proven that he can be the lead dog. Now, he played better last year, but I still think he's a rotation type of running back. Peyton Barber's gone, so not only do you not have good depth, you don't have that number 1 guy either. This might be Devonta Freeman's best chance of starting and having somewhat of a major role and winning as well. This could be the best of both worlds. Out of all the teams I've shown, the starting job is available, in my opinion, here. Ronald Jones is okay. Like, he's fine. The Bucs could get by with him and Keyshawn Vaughn, who they drafted out of Vanderbilt. But to me, you got to get another guy in there. You don't have good depth. Ogunbowale, I don't know. I don't know if he's gonna give them much value at all. I'm intrigued by Vaughn, but you're gonna roll with Ronald Jones and Vaughn as your two guys when you're trying to win now with Tom Brady. bring in Devonta Freeman. I think it makes a lot of sense. Yes, I know he's declining, but they got a lot of good pieces around him in Tampa Bay. They've beefed up that offensive line in free agency and in the draft. You brought in Tom Brady. The receivers and tight ends are awesome. I'm not saying he'll come in and rush for 1,200 yards, but I think he can be productive. I think that makes a whole lot of sense. What team will sign Devonta Freeman? I went through my top 5, showed you 5 other teams. Let me know. Type any team you want down in the comment section. Predict where Freeman will sign this offseason. So just to recap my top 5, the Buffalo Bills at number 5, the Chicago Bears at number 4, and then my top 3 are the Chargers, Eagles, and Buccaneers. I think the Bucs make a lot of sense. Go get them, Tampa Bay. All right, guys, that's my Devonta Freeman destinations. Lots of videos up on the channel, so make sure you subscribe, and we'll see you next time.